I have analyzed the classified war games and the shifting front lines of 2026 to bring you the cold, hard truth. In this video, we are breaking down the 8-point domino effect that is currently unfolding. We'll look at the dark start cyber attacks, the return of 1940s naval convoys, and the hidden outcome that no government wants to admit. Point number 1 is so chilling it sounds like science fiction, but the technology is already in the water. By the end of this video, you will understand exactly why the world as we know it ends tomorrow. Let's start. Number 1. The digital blackout. The ghost first strike. This is the most magnificent yet sinister move in the playbook. Before a single soldier crosses a border, the world goes blind. In 2026, the revisionist alliance China, Russia, and Iran unleash what strategists call the dark start. Undersea fiber optic cables are the literal nervous system of the planet. 99% of all international data travels through these thin wires at the bottom of the ocean. In a coordinated strike, ghost submarines and deep-sea saboteurs sever the lines connecting Asia to Europe and the US to the Pacific. Suddenly, the world hits a digital wall. Singapore's ports can't track cargo. Rotterdam's cranes stop moving. Your bank account? It shows a balance of 0 or doesn't load at all. This isn't just an outage, it's the surgical removal of reality. When people are scared, disconnected, and penniless, they don't fight back, they panic. Number 2. The Taiwan no-go zone, the 80-mile wall. The Taiwan Strait is only 80 miles wide. That's less than a 2-hour drive. But in 2026, those 80 miles become an impassable wall of fire. Beijing doesn't land troops immediately. They don't have to. They create a kinetic cage. Using DF-21D carrier killer missiles, they force the US Navy to stay 1,000 miles away. Taiwan is left in a silent, terrifying vacuum. No ships go in, no ships come out. This is customs enforcement at the end of a barrel. For weeks, the world watches satellite footage of a silent island. Is Taiwan preparing a counterstrike, or are they starving in the dark? The suspense is agonizing, but the answer lies in the mountain tunnels, where mobile Xing-Feng missile launchers wait for the perfect moment to prove that a blockade is a two-way street. Number 3. The Baltic Blitz, the Ukraine Playbook 2.0. While the Pacific burns, Russia opens the second front. They call it a stabilization mission in Latvia and Estonia. It's the Ukraine playbook, but on high speed. The target is the Suwalki Gap. This 60-mile stretch of land is the only thing connecting NATO's Baltic allies to the rest of Europe. If Russia shuts this gap, Lithuania, Latvia, and Estonia become islands in a Russian sea. As you watch this, imagine German Leopard tanks and American 82nd Airborne units racing toward a collision point. One wrong shot here triggers Article 5. One wrong shot starts a nuclear countdown. The tension isn't just on the border, it's in every capital in Europe. Number 4. The oil choke, the 2026 Iran war. This is where the war hits your pocketbook. In March 2026, the Strait of Hormuz, the world's most important oil artery, is slammed shut. Iran doesn't need a massive navy, they just need mines and swarm drones. 20% of the world's oil and a huge chunk of liquefied natural gas pass through this tiny needle's eye. When the first tanker hits a mine and explodes, the global economy suffers a stroke. Oil prices don't just raise, they surge past $120 a barrel in hours. Qatar Energy is forced to declare force majeure. If a gallon of gas costs $50 tomorrow, how would you get to work? How would your food get to the grocery store? Number 5. The time machine affect 1942 meets 2026. This is the most fascinating twist of the conflict. By month 6, both sides are out of smart weapons. The US has fired 60,000 precision missiles, nearly its entire stockpile. Factories can't build more because the microchips are trapped in blockaded Taiwan. The war enters a time machine. High-tech soldiers are forced to fight like their grandfathers in Dewey. We see the return of convoys, merchant ships huddling together for safety, protected by destroyers using sonar and old-fashioned depth charges. Drones scout the oceans, but the killing is done with steel and lead. It's no longer about who has the best tech. It's about who has the most factories and the most patience. Number 6. The Space Silent War, Blinding the Gods. The war isn't just on land and sea, it's above your head. Both sides begin satellite pruning. They don't just blow them up. That creates Kessler syndrome, a cloud of debris that would trap humanity on Earth forever. Instead, they use ground-based lasers to blind the sensors and cyber hacks to hijack the controls. Imagine a world where your military drones can't see and your missiles have no brain. Pilots have to navigate by the stars and paper maps again. This creates a terrifying fog of war. Commanders on the ground have no idea if they are winning or losing for days at a time. The suspense is paralyzing because, in this war, whoever sees first, kills first. Number 7. The social collapse, the war at home. This point is the most dangerous because it happens inside your head. The cyber war ramps up to a level we've never seen. Fake AI videos of world leaders surrendering flood the internet. False nuclear alerts go off on everyone's phones at 3 a.m. People stop trusting the news. They stop trusting their neighbors. The revisionist alliance knows that if they can make the Western public riot against their own governments, the war is won without a single tank entering Washington or London. Information is the new frontline. Who would you believe if every news source told a different story? Number 8. The logistics nightmare, the broken chain. By month 9, the world's supply chains aren't just delayed, they are extinct. Every modern device from your car to your microwave requires parts from 10 different countries. With the sea lanes blocked and the internet flickering, the just-in-time delivery model collapses. Supermarket shelves stay empty. Medicines like insulin and antibiotics become more valuable than gold. This is the stage where the war stops being about allies versus Axis and starts being about survival versus starvation. Governments are forced to implement rationing cards for the first time in nearly a century. Number 9. The pivot of the neutrals. As the war drags on, the spotlight shifts to the nations trying to stay out of it. India, Saudi Arabia, and Brazil become the kingmakers. Both sides are desperate for their resources: India's manufacturing, Saudi's oil, and Brazil's food. The pressure on these neutral nations is immense. If you aren't with us, you're against us. If India opens its ports to the US Navy, it risks a Chinese strike. If Saudi Arabia ignores the blockade, it risks an Iranian invasion. The suspense here is diplomatic: who will blink first? Number 10. The end game. 3 paths to the future. We are at the final hour. By the end of the first year, the world is exhausted. The casualties are in the millions, and the global GDP has shrunk by 30%. 3 outcomes remain. The 70% outcome, the frozen peace. A ceasefire where no one is happy. A new Berlin Wall goes up across the entire globe, dividing the world into 2 separate digital and economic spheres. The 15% outcome, the internal collapse. Russia or China breaks from within. A win for the West, but a nightmare for the world. Loose nukes in a collapsing state, and a global refugee crisis. The 5% outcome, the Western fracture. The US pulls inward, and NATO shatters under economic strain, leaving Europe and Asia to be carved up by the new powers. The real question isn't who wins. The real question is, in a world of total blackout and global war, are you a survivor, or are you just a statistic? This is the world of 2026. It sounds like a nightmare, but for military planners, it's a Tuesday. Drop a comment below. Which of these 10 points terrified you the most? If you had 24 hours before the dark start, what would you do? The most detailed answer gets a shout out in our next video. And if you want to see what happens when the neutral nations like India finally pick a side, click the video on your screen now. Thanks for watching.